Balthaser boss Keith McNally became embroiled in a feud with James Corden at the end of last year as he accused the Hollywood star of being rude to his staff. Now, months after the last development in the virtual row, the restaurant owner has seemingly reignited the feud as James returns to London following his final episode of The Late Late Show. His last appearance as host saw James inviting back his longtime friend Adele as the final guest for Carpool Karaoke, a segment which saw both stars in tears at some point as they opened on the trials and tribulations they had helped each other through. Taking to Instagram yesterday, Keith shared some screenshots of the segment and brutally slammed the pair, claiming the show was the biggest pile of horse st I've seen in 40 years. Keith fumed, despite finding them slightly cringe-inducing. "I've always loved James Corden's Carpool Karaoke. Last week was Corden's final carpool and his most cringe-inducing. His guest was his great friend Adele, whose makeup was so hideously overdone and fingernails so long she resembled a particularly scary Cruella de Vil." The restaurateur took a moment to appreciate the pair, saying they are brilliant performers but declared like many brilliant performers they're profoundly inauthentic. He continued, "Never more so than when they're being honest about themselves, as inauthentic people tend to do all the ing time." As this carpool was part of Corden's last late-night show, both him and Adele went to town being honest about themselves. "It was sickening. At one point, Adele theatrically broke down on camera. It was complete fucking schlock. Don't miss. Linda Lewis dies at age of 72 as family pay tributes. Sue Cleaver looks 20 years younger after weight loss transformation. Pictures, Bobby Davros' fiancée Vicky Wright dies after cancer battle. Latest, and of course James Corden, the king of insincerity himself, went along with it. Much like the Balthaser boss, fans and followers didn't hold back in Keith's comments section, with many declaring, "Keep Adele's name out of your mouth." One questioned, "Why waste the 21 minutes of your life watching it if you already know they're not your cup of tea? You seem obsessed with him after his most recent visit to your restaurant. You nailed him good for that, and probably well deserved, but why keep dragging? Sick." Another blasted, "I sure hope your food is not as tasteless and bitter as you are." However, there were a fair few supporting Keith's views, as one joked, "I find this post deeply troubling, Keith. How could you ever have enjoyed Carpool Karaoke?" The feud between James and Keith began in October last year after the actor and his wife, Julia Carey, who is allergic to egg whites, went for dinner at Balthaser. Julia's egg yolk omelette reportedly had to be remade 3 times as it kept coming back to the table with egg whites, and Keith accused the Late Late Show host of being extremely nasty to the staff. After reflecting on the situation, James admitted on his show that he had reacted poorly and made a rude comment to servers and apologized for his behavior.
Good.